Hey, this is Bob Tripathi, and first of all, I want to thank you for attending my session at Digital Summit in Dallas. And when you attended my session, you asked me a question through the app, and we had tons of questions. So I thought I will just create this video, answer your question, and then send it over to you. So hope this works for you. But your question was, what content marketing do you suggest for B2B? This is one of my favorite areas because we do so much of it. And the real answer to that is, you have in the B2B world, what you really have is you have few buyer personas. So in a B2B decision making is not done by a single individual. So what we see is there is a stakeholders involved. So you have somebody who's a researcher who basically looks at it. They're also the influencer of your product. From there, it goes to the approver. Approver is typically your director, your VP who approves the project or approves the platform or whatever that you're selling in the B2B space. And from there, you have the main boss who's the decision maker, either a CMO or a senior VP or maybe a CEO who signs on the dotted line. So you have these three stakeholders, right? And sometimes there could be multiple people under each of those roles. So now what you have to do is you have to think what kind of content can you create that indirectly you can influence all of these three people, which is the decision maker, the approvers, and the researchers slash influencers. So one of the tactics that has really worked well for us is webinars. So what we end up doing is, we create webinars which basically targets the researchers and the influencers, right? And from that webinar, we create an ebook, which is a slightly higher level, which targets the decision makers and the approvers, people at the VP level, director level. And from that ebook, we also sometimes create a case study, which again hits the decision makers because they are more interested in looking at the ROI, tangible results, case studies, things like that. So that is my content marketing tip, is to basically create one form of content and then repurpose it in many different ways so you can hit all those different target areas, which is your target personas rather, which is influencer slash researchers, approvers, and decision makers. And you can quickly do that. So create one set of content and then repurpose it in many different content format types. Again, we have a lot of resources on my site at bobtripathi.com. And yeah, so hope this helps. Email me if any questions. It's bob@bobtripathi.com. And thank you so much for attending my session at Digital Summit in Dallas and asking this wonderful question. Thank you.